With a legal experience spanning over 40 years, Professor Frederick Sempebwa is perhaps one of the most senior lawyers and reputable figures in Uganda. But Sempebwa's most recent assignment to chair efforts to select a joint opposition presidential candidate under the Democratic Alliance as the co-chair has proved to be one of the most challenging yet.
The agreed procedure of reaching a decision, which was by consensus, and that meant that literally everyone was to be brought on board, and it was not possible to bring everyone on board. That was a big handicap.
Sempebwa blames the failure to select a joint candidate on set opinions held by summit members regarding the two candidates, FDC presidential flag bearer Kizza Besigye and former Prime Minister Mama Mbabazi.
If there are no fixed views, it was possible to discuss the pros and cons of both candidates and eventually come to some consensus.
The summit provided for consensus as the only method of arriving at a candidate. Sempebwa says sharp differences among members on who should be candidates could have been avoided if there were provisions for alternatives.
As you see, if it was by vote, we would have reached a decision. The usual way of reaching decisions is by majority. But when you have this, one dissenting voice is enough.
Later, 7 of the 9 majority of the opposition parties, Democratic Party, Justice Forum, Uganda People's Congress, People's Progressive Party, Uganda Federal Alliance, Go Forward and PNU publicly endorsed the candidate of former Premier Mama Mbabazi as FDC and CP decided to go it alone. Critics have since accused the opposition for having handed President Yoweri Museveni an easy win in 2016.
If there had been one candidate, I would certainly with confidence say that the opposition would have been better placed to take power. Now it is a matter of conjecture, it is an arithmetical game.
Cracks seem to have deepened in the opposition, with both camps throwing jabs at each other.
As you know, I'm not an active politician, and my stance is one of neutrality amongst the parties. I hear of these sentiments in the media and so on, but I trust the partners within TDA who signed that they are bound by their signatures and they are going to work together.
On Sunday, the two principals, Besigye and Mbabazi, in the company of other summit leaders, Mugisha Muntu, Wasabirigwa, Nandala Mafabi, among others, met with Kenya's CORD leader, Raila Odinga.
They went to meet some of our partners who are knowledgeable about coalition politics.
Sempebwa laughed off criticism that the Democratic Alliance has lost its political soul.
The objectives were beyond selection of a joint presidential candidate. All the other objectives are still there.
TDA's other objective is to file a joint candidate in all elective positions, and the glue that holds this alliance will further be tested when aspirants come face to face with the question of ceding ground to better placed candidates.
There is a bigger picture down there which people should be thinking about. To me, without support, without great representation at parliamentary and lower levels, the opposition is nothing.
Shilan Huchre, NTV.